Healthiest Breakfast Ever Mark 1, Part 2, Making It. 28 medicinal health-giving properties, with around another 20 or 30 if you use my amino cocktail instead of just the glutamine in this recipe. Don't use glutamine on its own for more than about a month. Do not use this recipe if you are regularly exposing yourself to the sun or a tanning bed for vitamin D or cosmetic or occupational reasons. Carrots contain a moderate amount of furanocoumarins, also called fluorocoumarins, which can be phototoxic in your skin if exposed to strong UV light. The juice contains 600 grams of carrots, so the juice contains a lot of furanocoumarins. Don't worry about carrots in your diet, they are fine. See my series of 10 videos, The Real Truth About Tanning. Use this recipe only if you're using vitamin D supplementation only, without tanning. If you get a lot of strong UV exposure, use my Healthiest Breakfast Ever Mark 2, where the carrots have been replaced with beetroot and spinach. See also Healthiest Breakfast Ever Mark 1, Part 1, the intro, Healthiest Breakfast Ever, Aminos, Healthiest Breakfast Ever Mark 2, Part 1, the intro, Healthiest Breakfast Ever Mark 2, Part 2, Making It. Don't supplement with glutamine if you have a urea cycle disorder or Ray syndrome. You will know if you have one of those things. Healthiest breakfast ever, and also the most therapeutic and the most delicious. So this is my version of how to heal the gut. This is how to follow the Seignalet diet. This is my interpretation. This was not in Seignalet's book. Seignalet proved that healing the gut will put 91 different chronic, so-called incurable diseases into remission. This is my ginger, and yes, so this is my juicer. Well, the juicer I'm using, this is the Jack Lalande juicer, which I got for 10 quid, about $12, in a charity shop, okay. And it's missing some parts. It's missing the jug. It's also missing the thingy to take that disc out on the top out, but you can do it with some scissors. Put the scissors in the holes, yeah. So yeah, it makes quite good juice. I was quite surprised. My green power blew up just before I shot this. I'm pointing here to the ticket, which still says 10 quid. This is a very therapeutic juice. It's going to heal your gut. It's going to do lots of things. We're going to get the optimum amount of vitamin A from this juice without toxicity. The ginger will kill any microbes. Honey will also kill most microbes. And in combination, it's a real knockout blow to any bacteria. Honey, some honey and ginger, specific kinds of honey and ginger, will even kill drug-resistant bacteria, kill MRSA. So this is going to have a really healthy effect on your gut. Oh, this is hydrogen peroxide, yeah? Yeah, your hydrogen peroxide, for God's sake, keep it out of the reach of children. Hydrogen peroxide is caustic. If you get it on your skin, it'll just sting a bit. This is 11% hydrogen peroxide in water, yeah? So it won't do much. I get it in 5-litre cans from eBay, or you can get it on Amazon. If you get it on your skin, rinse it quickly with water. We've got ginger, we've got carrots, we've got black radish, we've got glutamine, and we've got raw honey. So here I'm showing my honey, heather honey, which I get from France. And here's my glutamine powder. Okay, so yeah, this is a jug we're going to pour it into. Now, we're going to use about 1 kilo of carrots, and 1 kilo of carrots makes about a pint of juice, about 18 fluid ounces. It'll come up to pretty well to the top of the jug. So the ginger and the honey will heal, the carrots will heal. Yeah, looking at my ginger here. So this is the ginger I get from France. Very hard to get proper ginger now. I'll show you why in a minute. So this is a brush I use, a nail brush to clean the vegetables. Always clean the vegetables with the nail brush. Now here is the ginger, the monster ginger. One from Lidl, one from Morrison's. And this ginger is garbage, believe me. It's either GMO or it's been bred like this. They'll be producing it in cubes soon, so to make it easy to peel. Yeah, dystopian future is already here. There's no oils in this ginger. I've been making this recipe for about a year, and I can tell when it's got the oils in it because the oils settle in the jug, and it doesn't happen with this stuff. So this is proper ginger I get from France. Now, even this is a bit on the large size. The smaller the ginger is and the more gnarly it is, the better it is. The closer it is to original ginger, yeah. So they can't resist messing about with our food, yeah. They've got to breed it, and yeah. This, now, how do you tell if it's been irradiated? Put it on a shelf somewhere in your kitchen. After about a month or six weeks, you'll get little sprouts coming out here, yeah? And that will show that it's not been irradiated. If it doesn't sprout after about 6 weeks, it's dodgy ginger. And that Chinese ginger, that monster ginger that I showed you, by the way, I have sprouted it, so at least it's not irradiated. But even so, they probably will be irradiating it soon. So very soon, they're going to be irradiating everything. Because the Food Standards Agency and the FDA and the WHO, they are corrupt. There's plenty of evidence that irradiated food does tremendous damage to you. We don't want the stuff, yeah? So anyway, that's my rant over. So now I'm going to drain the vegetables. By the way, the stuff needs to be in the hydrogen peroxide for at least 4 or 5 minutes to kill any parasite eggs. And yeah, we've edited this, so this is a voiceover, by the way, yeah. Yeah, so now I'm going to dry my vegetables with a kitchen towel, and we're going to speed this up so you don't get too bored. So there we go. Dry it all off. Now I'm putting my stuff through the juicer. Note that I put the ginger and the black radish through first because they could potentially block the juicer up. Carrots will always up and block a juicer, yeah. So, and now I'm looking to see how much, how dry the pulp is. It's quite dry. If you use a green power or a champion juicer, the pulp will be drier, which means you're getting those last few nutrients out of the vegetables. So now I'm cleaning everything down because my editor gives me stick if I don't keep everything clean. It spoils the video and makes everything look very messy. So yeah, clean everything down, keep the video looking nice. Okay. And so here's our juice, and I'm putting about half an inch of water in the mug. Bottled water or filtered water. For God's sake, don't use tap water. Notice that I'm giving the spoon a good wipe with the kitchen towel, because the spoon must be absolutely dry when you put it in the glutamine. Otherwise, you're going to get mold in the glutamine. Yeah, you could sprinkle vitamin C powder in the glutamine to stop it getting moldy. So there we go, glutamine powder. Give that a good stir. Now we're going to put our lovely raw heather honey, miel de bruyère, in. Okay, I use a tablespoonful. If you've got diabetes, you want to use about half this recipe. Maybe use a teaspoonful. But the radishes have been used in folk medicine for thousands of years for diabetes. So this should be good for diabetes, this recipe. Only, just use about half the recipe if you've got diabetes to start with. Okay, now most videos you see of juicing, they'll use a tea strainer, okay, which takes ages. So I say go big or go home. So this is a big strainer I use to get the last bits of pulp out. You need to get the last bits of pulp out because if you've got pulp in the juice, and this isn't scientific, this isn't this is just me, but I've noticed that if you've got pulp in the juice, it gives you the squits. For some reason, your digestive system processes it differently, if the juice is pure, if it's got little bits of pulp in. So get those last bits out, get the juice nice and clean, yeah. So now I'm dissolving the honey in the juice. Make sure it's all dissolved. Pregnant women probably should not use this recipe either, because we use a lot of ginger in this recipe, and there's some although ginger has been used in folk medicine for thousands of years for morning sickness, there is some concern that it might cause miscarriage, a lot of ginger, and there's a lot of ginger in this recipe. So if you're pregnant, probably best to avoid this recipe. Or use maybe a lot less ginger. Honey still hasn't dissolved properly. Dissolve it all, yeah. Pour my glutamine in. Okay. And if you don't believe how therapeutic this juice is, just look at the studies we've put in the text inserts, which are scrolling down on the right-hand side. I'm going to have a final clean down, and I'm going to taste my delicious juice, and it really is lovely. It's lovely. So there we go. Yeah, this is the most delicious breakfast you will ever have, and the most therapeutic. I guarantee that. Yeah. Oh God, that tastes good. Yeah. Okay, and that's it.